Now on CoastTV News.
I've given my heart and my soul to our nation.
A historic address from the White House tonight. President Biden speaking to the nation for the first time since announcing that he will not run for a second term. Senators Tom Coons quick to react to the president's speech, what they had to say tonight. Pony swim, horses in the water today as the annual tradition brought out tens of thousands despite the weather. And Dewey Safety, the beachside town, is exploring new ways to take care of pedestrians on an ever increasingly busy road.
And pesky precipitation. We've been dealing with it's staying pretty persistent throughout the hour, and now a pinpoint more that's on the way and what we expect overnight.
This is CoastTV News at 11.
All eyes on the White House. This is a live look at President Biden, at the room where President Biden was, a rare Oval Office speech addressing the nation tonight. Good evening, I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our news at 11. We begin tonight with the Commander-in-Chief. President Biden acknowledged that it was hard to step aside, that he felt he still merited a second term, but framed his decision to pass the torch to younger voices as a defense of democracy, and argued that it was more important than any title. NBC's Alice Barr had the details from Washington.
My fellow Americans.
President Biden sitting in the Oval Office he sought to occupy for years, telling the nation why he's walking away.
So I've decided the best way forward is to pass the torch to a new generation. That's the best way to unite our nation.
The president acknowledging his personal struggle as pressure to drop out mounted from fellow Democrats, worried that questions over his age and mental sharpness meant he couldn't beat former President Trump.
I believe my record as president, my leadership in the world, my vision for America's future, all merited a second term. But nothing can come in the way of saving our democracy.
President Biden beginning to outline his legacy, promising to work hard through his final 6 months in office, and praising his new choice for nominee, Vice President Kamala Harris.
She's experienced, she's tough, she's capable.
She has quickly consolidated support campaigning today in Indiana.
I am fighting for our nation's future.
As former President Trump shifts gears and sharpens his attacks against a new opponent.
Kamala, you're fired.
President Biden thanking voters for helping him rise from a kid with a stutter to the White House, while arguing the soul of the nation is still at stake.
The great thing about America is here, kings and dictators do not rule, the people do. History is in your hands. The power is in your hands.
Casting it as a choice to move forward or backward as he prepares to move aside. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Reaction tonight on Twitter from Delaware's two senators. Senator Carper saying, quote, "I've known Joe Biden for 50 years and love him like a brother. It's been the honor of a lifetime to deliver for Delaware and America alongside him. Thank you for your dedication of decades of service to our country. At POTUS, I look forward to running through the tape with you in the months ahead." And this from Senator Chris Coons, quote, "I know POTUS and he does revere the office of the presidency, but he loves this country more. The kid from Claymont with a stutter has been the most consequential president of my lifetime, and it will culminate in the passing of the torch. Thank you, Joe," unquote. It's something you'll only see here on Delmarva, nearly 150 ponies swimming across a large body of water. CoastTV's Madeline Overturf taking us to the pony swim today and shows us what record-breaking year it was.
Ponies munch on marsh grass. People take photos and take it all in.
Just one of those things as a horse person who owns a horse farm, that you need to come and see the swim.
For a few minute-long swim, hours of anticipation. And a lot of trekking through the elements.
When you go to journalism school, they don't tell you you're going to spend some time walking in the muck. Okay, let's go.
Annabelle Burton says it's part of the experience.
I wish that people would just come over here and get dirty for the look of it.
And look at the payoff. The ponies so close, you can feel their breath. Over 90 foals were born in this herd this year. That's a new record. You can see just how close these Chincoteague ponies get to everybody who spent their morning out here in the marsh, in the muck, and everyone I've spoken with agrees. Totally worth the early wake up, totally worth all of the water. Where else can you hear that? Where else can you hear that except for right here in Chincoteague? The ponies taking their well-deserved rest before they parade through town, and the whole week of festivities continues. In Accomack County, I'm Madeline Overturf, Coast TV News.
I love how excited Maddie gets there. The pony swim is more than just one day. There are a number of events all week. Here's what is ahead there in Virginia. On Thursday, the foals will be auctioned off. The auction helps to control the size of the herd and serves as a fundraiser for the Chincoteague Volunteer Fire Company. Some of the proceeds will help give veterinary care to the ponies throughout the year. Then on Friday, the ponies will swim back to Assateague Island. There's no other event like this, and it is truly only something you see on Delmarva. For any of the history buffs out there, we've got you covered. According to Chincoteague's website, the wild ponies have inhabited Assateague Island for hundreds of years. The pony swim began for livestock owners to claim and brand loose herds. By the 1700s, pony penning became an annual event for the community. The earliest known description of the pony swim was in 1835, and by then the event was already a custom on Assateague Island. However, pony penning on Chincoteague Island was not mentioned until the mid-1800s, and it's believed to have begun by two islanders on Chincoteague. Now, after many fires in Chincoteague, the locals discovered their equipment no longer worked well, and according to Chincoteague's website, the Chincoteague Volunteer Fire Company held a carnival in 1925. That's where we get the 99 years. During the pony swim, they raised money, and it has been described that during the carnival, 15 colts were sold to benefit the fire company, and the carnival was a success. Visitors then began arriving for the annual pony swim, and it was reported that the crowd of the 1937 pony swim contained around 25,000 people. Then there was 1947. Marguerite Henry published Misty of Chincoteague, a book that skyrocketed the pony swim's fame. All of this brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, what is your favorite part of the Chincoteague pony swim? Let's take a look at the updated results from earlier this evening. It's been this way all night long, though. Watching them swim, that is the leader in the clubhouse. Community bonding, feeling, all of that, that's our second runner-up here. That's not a bad one. If you haven't voted yet, you still can at CoastTV.com or use the Coast TV mobile app. Let's take a live look outside right now, down into the Ocean City area. Gorgeous night there as we look at some of what's going on there with the lights. Our First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams joins us now.
Well, we're fortunate that Mother Nature gave us a little bit of a break from the onslaught of rain we had throughout most of the daytime hours. So we're a bit quiet for right now, but we can already see some more rain just creeping up towards us very steadily. Right now, we're looking for temperatures to stay in the 70s with partly cloudy skies for this evening. Now, this is the first wave of rain that's already pushed out of the way and well to our north. But as you widen the scope here, you see some additional rain welling up a little bit more to the south, particularly across Chincoteague, where we have all the festivities that are happening for the next few days in a row. But we're going to be relatively quiet for tonight. Now, there's the question of what to expect for tomorrow. Well, right around here, this low pressure system, some rather weak waves are going to push through our area, and that's going to enhance our opportunity for rain tomorrow, possibly even a thunderstorm for tomorrow yet again. But that's okay. Charlie, when I get to the weekend forecast, then I'll bring a big old smile to your face.
I have to thank you for that one, Paul. If you live in Georgetown, you need to hear this story. The department says it's received reports of individuals posing as Georgetown police officers. It's all a scam. It's an attempt to get your financial information or even get money directly from you and from unsuspecting locals. No member of the Georgetown Police Department will ever ask for any financial information or request money for any reason. If you or somebody you know has been a victim of this scam, contact the Georgetown Police Department immediately. Throughout the summer, Dewey Beach is packed with cars, with visitors. which can make it difficult for people to cross the street safely. In order to pay attention to the crosswalk, flashing lights were installed to tell cars, hey, you need to stop for pedestrians. But the town is looking to lower the yellow flashing lights so they're a little more on eye level with drivers. Also, the town is looking to extend the pedestrian barrier at both ends of town, which is important because the barrier prevents people from jaywalking. One local told CoastTV he doesn't feel safe having his family cross Route 1 during the summer.
No, not at all. I think when you talk to a lot of the people, especially ones with young kids, the number one concern you have living here is crossing Route 1.
The town says that it will also be marking the phrase, push the button on the sidewalks. That's just to remind people to push that button so that those lights go on before they try to cross the street. Today, the Brandywine Valley SPCA in Georgetown administered free vaccine shots to anybody who signed their dogs up. This is in response to the canine influenza virus that has been affecting Delaware animal shelters. Mike Cavani, the manager there for BVSPCA shelters in Delaware and Pennsylvania, says this unique experience has actually been beneficial for everybody.
I mean, we know these upper respiratory infections are contagious. Vaccines are really a critical part of not only keeping your pet healthy, but keeping, the community healthy. So, we know that there's great science out there to show that the drawbacks are really non-existent or minimal compared to certainly the protection that, our pets receive by getting these vaccines.
And Caviani says if you have questions about the vaccine, make an appointment. They'll gladly explain all the benefits right to you. New at 11, it was a rough day in the market. Stocks sold off today, leading the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ Composite to post their worst session since 2022. The broad market index lost 2.31%, while NASDAQ slid 3.64%, and the Dow Jones Industrial Average, that lost 1.25%. However, investment strategists said the pullback did not come as a complete surprise for investors. The sell-off was caused by underwhelming reports from two mega-cap tech companies, that's Tesla and Alphabet, as well as an overbought market. High bar for earnings and seasonally weak periods for equities. Despite all of that, the earnings season overall is off to a strong start as more than 25% of S&P 500 companies have reported their second quarter earnings, with roughly 80% of those topping expectations. We have more to get to tonight. Still early in the newscast. Still to come, when life imitates art, the show Veep sees a huge spike in viewership. We look at the numbers. And also Light Bright, Ocean City handing out these shiners so you can see bikers after the sun goes down.
And here's a look at your Bay forecast. We're going to see limited sunshine, but lots of rain for us in the morning and around lunchtime. Staying a bit cloudy later on the day, 80 degrees. We'll stay in the 70s in Crisfield. Your full forecast up in just 60 seconds.
This is the GMC Sierra, powered by the TurboMax engine, with the confidence of 430 pound-feet of best-in-class standard torque. GMC Sierra, it's the truck. Get 1.9% APR on select 2024 Sierra 1500 models. Or get $4,000 purchase cash on this Sierra. We are professional grade GMC.
When choosing windows and doors for your home, at Pella, it's your choice. We manufacture maintenance-free vinyl, fiberglass, and wood-clad windows and patio doors, all with lifetime warranties. High performance, energy efficient, and loaded with options to help make your house your home. Industry-first features and benefits make living easier and increase your home's value. Visit our Experience Center or call us today to schedule your free in-home consultation, where we bring the showroom to you.
We've actually enjoyed a relatively beautiful night, and it's a bit quiet and a little drier than we anticipated, which is a nice change of pace. But tomorrow morning looks like we're going to wake up to somewhat of a soggy situation all the way up to about lunchtime. Our Irish Eyes camera in Lou is highlighting that we're at 77 degrees. I don't know where my brain's at right now. 75. I keep looking at these fives and it flipped on me, right? Anyway, 75 for us by 1, 2, and 3 o'clock in the morning, and partly cloudy skies. Yeah, it's late for me too, folks. All right, so we're at 77 degrees in Lewis, Rehoboth, as well as 77 degrees for us in Georgetown, 76 in Seaford, Reading, as well as Milton. We're looking pretty clear right now. We're staying clear across a good portion of Sussex. Now, we have a little bit of rain that's still kind of rearing its head a little bit, the most southern portion of our viewing area, including Chincoteague in that area. We have a bit of a trough that's sliding across the Chesapeake Bay area for right now. Now, this trough is going to help create another wave of relatively light to moderate showers. Not a big deal. Really, until we get to this cold front begin to push through, that's when we start getting concerned about some real rain. I mean, we received a fair share of rain in some isolated spots. Officially, over a third of an inch of rain for us in Ocean City and Salisbury, over a tenth in some other areas, as much as maybe 2.5 inches of rain. But aside from that, we stayed away from the worst side of the forecasting model's expectations of rain, which is a good thing because we don't necessarily want to deal with any flooding. We like rain, but not too much rain, right? So at 2:30 in the morning, we stay cloudy. 3 o'clock, we're cloudy. 5:30, we're looking at moderate to steady showers in the morning time when you wake up for the commute, throughout the morning, throughout the afternoon. And then throughout the evening, we're still looking at about an impressive cell to push across Georgetown and Seaford by 9:30. 10 o'clock. That's the time frame here. So this is the 10 o'clock rendition of the newest run of the models. So all the models are reacting to at 10 o'clock time frame. It did the same thing yesterday, but it didn't come through for today. So the models are still adjusting to the additional heat that we have in place. And it makes it a little difficult, but still, we can still hit the bullseye regardless. Scattered showers for us by 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock, all the way up till we get to like 4 o'clock. And then it may begin to shut down a little bit before reinvigorating for some additional showers. Now, the amount of rain has backed off a little bit for us because we're looking at only 1/4 inch where we were initially talking about 3/4 inch of rain. So rain on Thursday in Chincoteague, not on Friday, and sunshine on Saturday. Let's see if that pattern continues. We go farther to the north, Ocean City, rain, partly sunny, and then sunshine again, Ocean City. And then finally, we're looking at that same pattern for Lewis and Rehoboth Beach. Lots of sunshine by Saturday. Here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration Home Mountain extended forecast. Yeah, we got rain on Thursday, Charlie, but I know you're going to be able to warm up your golf swing because this coming Saturday, you can swing to your heart's delight.
Of that, the Ocean City Police Department has been handing out these bicycle lights to try to keep people safe around town. CoastTV News reporter Kevin Zappé shows us how this little light can make a big difference.
When Jim Corbett is not walking his dog Molly, he loves riding his bike in Ocean City.
I take my bike into the residential areas where it's not as much traffic. I try to get off of the main roads as much as possible.
While Corbett stays off Route 1, some people have to use that highly trafficked road to get to and from work. The Ocean City Police Department has been handing out these bicycle lights. The goal is to make sure everyone is visible and easy to see even when it gets dark. Ashley Miller, the Deputy Communications Manager for the OCPD, says one group they're targeting this summer are those J1 workers. A lot of them do commute by bike, and a lot of them don't come home until the sun goes down.
A demographic that is here in Ocean City that A, is not familiar with the laws, and also just that connection with the police. They may not be the same as back home, so we want to build that friendly gap and make sure they're safe.
Last Friday, the OCPD went to a local McDonald's to hand out bicycle lights to J1 workers and teach them the ins and outs of riding in Ocean City. Something Corbett says takes some getting used to, especially during the summertime.
The people that are down here those times should be really careful with the bicycles, particularly with the bicycles, and even the traffic. They got to watch the pedestrians.
Just this year, the OCPD has given out over 370 bicycle lights. The Bicycle and Pedestrian Advisory Committee plays a big role in making sure initiatives like these stay in Ocean City. While the OCPD is mainly focused on giving bicycle lights to J1 workers during the summertime, this initiative is year-round and is used to help everyone stay safe. I'm Kevin Zappé in Ocean City, CoastTV News.
Still to come, overdue credit card payments, numbers rising across America, though the all-time high might be lower than you might expect.
This is the GMC Sierra, powered by the TurboMax engine, with the confidence of 430 pound-feet of best-in-class standard torque. GMC Sierra, it's the truck. Get 1.9% APR on select 2024 Sierra 1500 models. or get $4,000 purchase cash on this Sierra. We are professional grade GMC.
Hi, I'm Sussex County farmer Blaine Hitchens, and I plant cover crops to improve my soil health. Cover crops help with nutrient cycling, weed suppression, and also reducing our input costs. I'm also improving water quality and my soils are more productive, increasing my yield and bottom line. Healthy soils produce healthy crops. Cost share signups are going on now. To take advantage of the financial assistance, stop by the Conservation District to enroll in the cover crop cost share program because every acre counts.
When you're close to the land and the sea, you can taste the goodness. The historic Lewis Farmers Market brings farms closer to tables. Meet the growers, talk to the people that milk the cows, and pick the perfect peaches. Organically grown fruits and vegetables, sustainable meats and eggs, A2 dairy products, artisan breads, and fresh local seafood.
The historic Lewis Farmers Market is in the park every Saturday from 8 to noon and at Crooked Hammock Brewery every Wednesday from 8 to 11:30 a.m.
Watch for the IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep. This is Coast TV News at 11.
That little piece of plastic in your pocket can cost you. Overdue credit card bills have reached an all-time high since the Federal Reserve of Philadelphia began tracking the statistic, though that only started in 2012. According to a report Wednesday, the proportion of credit card balances that are at least 60 days late hit a 2.5% during the first third of 2024. Banks, for their parts, are bracing for some financial issues. During the second quarter, J.P. Morgan Chase, Bank of America, Citigroup, and Wells Fargo raised their provisions for credit losses from the previous quarter. Filed this under the headline, "Should have seen it coming," but viewership of the show Veep has soared. This comes in the wake of President Biden announcing Sunday that he won't seek a second term and endorsing Vice President Kamala Harris. Episodes streamed of the first season were up from 2012, and they've now gone up to 353% on Max. That's where you can find it the day after the announcement. The series, which ended in 2019, has some similarities to the current political reality. In the show, the female vice president, played by Julia Louis-Dreyfus, becomes president when the president abruptly resigns. Coming up in sports, the Final Four is set in the Maryland Supreme Summer League. We're going to have our DSN crew break down each team's chances for a title. And meet the athletes at the USA House, a new opportunity to enjoy the games in Paris. Visitors can check it out, though it's going to cost you a little more than a baguette.
Oh, say that 3 times, baguette, baguette, baguette. But listen, hey, the golf forecast, I'm still going to call it, well, fair, because it's still going to be kind of wet. You may get a window of opportunity briefly, but it's still going to be really soggy. Just wait until the weekend, okay? Just wait.
We salute Colonel Elmer Newton, Newt Tyndall. As a retired U.S. Air Force colonel, he epitomized dedication and heroism throughout his distinguished 30-year military career. Serving in World War II, Korea, Vietnam, and during the Cold War, he was among the first master navigators and played a pivotal role in major conflicts, including flying 25 combat missions with the 58th Bomb Wing during World War II. His achievements earned him the Distinguished Flying Cross and Air Medal. After his military service, he continued to inspire as a volunteer with the Commemorative Air Force, sharing his passion for aviation and history.
Spicer Brothers and Coast TV are honoring military persons and first responders serving Delmarva. If you have a family member, friend, or community member that you would like to nominate for a Coast TV salute, go to coasttvsalutes.com.
Delmarva's hit music station, 102.5 WBOC.
Hurricane season is here, which means power outages can strike anytime without warning. Don't get caught in the dark. Let the expert electricians at FH Fur install a Generac whole home standby generator, keeping your lights on, your family connected, and your home safe no matter what. Call FH Fur today and get $1,000 off. Plus, for a limited time, we'll include a whole home surge protector absolutely free. When Mother Nature strikes, it's too late. Stay powered, stay safe with FH Fur.
877-GO-FUR. FHFur.com.
Make this the summer at McGee Motors.
Make this the summer of fun and a powerful Dodge Hornet with 0% for 84 months.
Make this the summer you go off-road. Get 2.9 for 84 on Jeep Wrangler or Grand Cherokee, plus $37.50 off.
Make this the summer you go big. Drive a Ram Bighorn for just $379 a month.
Make this the summer you save. Jeep Compass 4x4 is just $249 a month.
Only at McGee Motors in Georgetown. A family tradition since 1948.
As your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we wear many hats. We take pride in serving our members and our community by going the extra mile in everything we do. Because we not only work here, we live here.
We're Delaware Electric Cooperative, and we're proud to keep the lights on.
Do you have the right work truck? Do you have a Duramax engine with an Allison automatic transmission? First State Chevrolet is your commercial truck headquarters on Route 113 in Georgetown.
Save $10,000 on this new 2023 Silverado 6500.
Save $12,000 on this 2024 low cab forward dump truck.
Save $9,000 on this new 2024 low cab forward box truck.
Plus, we can service all your medium duty work trucks in our state-of-the-art service department.
We're First State Chevy in Georgetown, where we put you, the customer, first. Together, let's drive.
Mr. Meyer was an awesome teacher.
I taught middle school math in Wilmington.
He goes out of his way. You could just see he really cared.
My students faced the most serious challenges in our community. They needed so much more than algebra.
When he became county executive, he worked to improve all of our schools.
We got teachers funding to innovate in their classrooms, started 1,000 Kids Coding to help low-income students get high-income skills.
Matt Meyer is someone who, when he says he's going to do something, he does the work. Democrat Matt Meyer for governor.
Team USA House for the 2024 Paris Olympics opened its doors today for a sneak peek of where fans can mingle with athletes and have a hot dog or an Americano during the games. Housed in Paris's former stock exchange building, commissioned by Napoleon in the early 19th century. How's that for some history? This is the biggest Team USA house ever and will officially open to the public on Friday. Athletes from the Paris 2024 U.S. Olympic team and Paralympic team, as well as celebrities, are expected to make appearances at the venue. This is the first time Team USA House is actually open to the general public. A day ticket, unfortunately, it's not too cheap. That's going to cost you $352. The first floor features an outdoor cafe, a large dining hall equipped with dozens of screens where guests can follow the Olympic competitions and enjoy interactive activities. The second floor includes a mini museum, cozy VIP rooms with air conditioning and large screens, and a sports bar. The venue will also host a viewing of the game's opening ceremony on Friday.
I mean, for us, it's a celebration of Team USA athletes. So it's a chance for like-minded individuals to join in Paris and cheer on athletes as they're going for the gold or the silver or the bronze or whatever it might be, and really just supporting the team. I mean, we've really created, I think, a pretty incredible space where folks can enjoy Team USA, different activations, great food, great beverages. But at the end of the day, it's about cheering on Team USA.
And we're now just 2 days away from the 2024 Paris Olympics. As a reminder, you can only watch the Olympics here. CoastTV is the exclusive home for all your action. It starts Friday on the 26th, and starting Saturday, July 27th, tune into CoastTV News for the Olympic Zone. This is a show that features a daily summary and showcase of up-to-the-minute Olympics content. There's super cool behind-the-scenes content that sets the stage for the most important action every night of the games. All this is happening exclusively on CoastTV News at 7:30 during the Olympics.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Summer League basketball wraps up tomorrow in Worcester County, and it's time to preview the Final Four in the Maryland Supreme Summer League. We start with the 4-seed Laurel Dogs, a group led by a strong culture built on defense and intensity. They're coming off a tight 36-33 win over James M. Bennett, led by 12 points apiece from leading scorers Brock Hill and Zabrian Ely. They'll take on the #1 overall seed Groove City, representing Cambridge South Dorchester. Groove City did not lose in the regular season and suffered one of their biggest scares in round 1 with a 53-48 overtime win over Aarons from Pocomoke. They're led in scoring by senior Kobe Ennels. This game tips off at 6:15 p.m. On the other end, it's the 2-seed Bull on the Beach from Stephen Decatur. This group led by seniors David Chandler and Tribe Wise, also coming off an OT win 50-49 over JBC Construction from Y-High. They'll take on the lowest remaining seed, and that group is Downtown Sneaks from Crisfield. The 6th seed has turned heads this year with their dynamic offense led by Martino Jackson, Ken Jones, and Elijah Thomas. They're coming off a tight 63-61 win over the Hilltoppers of Snow Hill. This one tips off at 7:15 p.m. We'll have the 2 semifinal games plus the finals at 8:15, all live on DSN. That'll do it for sports. Have a great night.
The UV Index Weather Report is sponsored by Ocean City Tourism. Somewhere to smile about.
Big fun is on at the Delaware State Fair. Thrilling rides, fair food, farm animals, and the Delaware Lottery Summer Concert Series at the M&T Bank Grandstand, July 18th through 27th. Tickets and details at DelawareStateFair.com.
The Make It Ford Summer Sales Event is on. So make it your best summer ever with Ford. Get your ideal combination of power and capability. And experience hands-free highway driving technology with Ford Blue Cruise, available on select vehicles. It's the Make It Ford Summer Sales Event, so make it yours. Make it now. Make it 0% APR financing, make it a 0 down payment, and make it no payments for 90 days on select Ford SUVs.
Now that it's sizzling out, is your AC fizzling out? Beat the heat with Horizon Services. Upgrade that old unit for 0 down and 0% interest, and get up to a 12-year warranty on your new full home comfort system. Plus, save up to $3,500 in free upgrades and rebates when you schedule your free estimate. Same-day service, expert technicians, and a job done right the first time. Need service today? Horizon is on the way.
Get ready for the adventure of a lifetime with summer savings at Gateway Subaru. Right now, save up to $3,300 on a new 2024 Subaru Outback. Plus, take advantage of great financing rates as low as 0% for 48 months. At Gateway Subaru, we're committed to higher standards, ensuring every journey starts with trust and excellence. Stop by and discover the thrill of the all-new 2025 Subaru Forester. Designed for the bold, ready for any adventure. Gateway Subaru, just minutes from the beaches in the heart of Delmarva. Higher standards.
Get ready. MediaCom is now
mobile?
Well, not just mobile, but a 5G mobile network with reliability you can count on.
Really?
Just check out this map. Coast-to-coast coverage, plus hundreds of free extreme hotspots. It's an unbeatable network, and we've got some unbeatable prices too.
But I love this phone.
Easy. Keep your phone when you switch. And guess what? You'll love it even more. MediaCom Mobile. Learn more today.
Big fun is on at the Delaware State Fair. Thrilling rides, fair food, farm animals, and the Delaware Lottery Summer Concert Series at the M&T Bank Grandstand, July 18th through 27th. Tickets and details at DelawareStateFair.com.
Beautiful evening for right now, courtesy of our Tyndall's Casual Furniture Camera. Temperature staying in the mid-70s with a couple of sprinkles here and there. But I say that because we're looking pretty clear for right now. But we have to widen the scope. We'll see some additional rain that's going to float its way from the south to the north, possibly dancing along the most southern border of the county. By the way, our umbrella winner is Tom Farrow of Ellendale, courtesy of Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling. Congratulations. Ocean City sponsoring our 5-day UV index. We're going to be at a 4 tomorrow, so that's going to be real cloudy. But after that, we go back to the sunshine, but not necessarily the heat. Not necessarily the heat. Here's a look at your keep up with your forecast with our telephone line, 443-880-9100, sponsored by the law offices of Bedman, Dallas, Brockstead, and Federico. And finally, here's a look at your exclusive 10-day forecast. We'll get past the rain on Thursday just in time to enjoy a great dry weekend.
Thank you, Paul, and thank you for joining us here for Coast TV News at 11. For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app. The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon is up next, and we'll see you tomorrow for Coast TV News at 5 a.m. Have a great night.